guys, it's Miss Char from Huron County Community Library, and I am here to share some exciting news today. So those of you who've been following, we've been doing some art projects all along. We've been doing some doodling and some sketching and some drawing. Well, all that was to lead up to our tiny art show. So we are planning a tiny art show. It's going to be on display here at the library February 14th through the 28th. You can start stopping in to pick up your kits while they last on January 31st, okay? And in your kits, you're going to get just a tiny canvas that looks like this. And I'm giving you a watercolor set. Now, you do not have to use watercolors as your medium. And when I say medium, I mean what you want to draw and paint or color, however you want to do your canvas. So your medium might be, instead of watercolor paints, maybe you want to use acrylic paint. That's okay. Maybe you want to draw with crayons. That's okay. Maybe you want to do colored pencils or markers, or even chalk pastels, okay? We can do those too. Anything that you want to use to create your picture. And you can add anything to your picture. Let's say you want yours to be a picture of a princess, and you want to add some jewels in her crown. You can do that, okay? So anything that you want to add to it is fine. It just needs to be your own creation. Okay, so when you do bring it in, you'll be given a number. No one will know whose it is. Okay, you'll be given a number, and we will display your art on a tiny easel, which when the art show's all finished, you'll get to take home with you as well as your artwork. Okay, we will put a number on the back of your, well, actually it'll probably be on the front or on the table in front of it, so everybody knows what your number is, because people can stop in and vote for your art here at the library or on our Facebook page. And we are making this a contest so that we will have a winner who will win an art supply set and a couple of really cool art books. I love this one. I'm very tempted to keep it. So see all the fun that you can do with dots. I love dot painting anyway. So this is a wonderful book. There's a mindfulness coloring book here. Again, mandalas and that kind of thing. I really love to do those. Has lots of fun pictures, some Zentangle looking things. And then of course the art set, okay? There's 500 pieces in there, so that should keep everybody busy. So again, you can win by having people like your picture. They will be shared on Facebook with no names, just numbers. And whichever one gets the most likes there, combined with the most likes here at the library, the most votes here at the library, will be our winner. And our winner will be drawn in February after the art show. So I thought I would just give you a couple tips today if you are using watercolor. Because Miss Char's been kind of playing around with it too, and I've got my tiny art canvas going. Not that I'm going to be in the contest, but just to show you when you come in to see it, okay? So one of the things I learned when I was doing my canvas, and I did use watercolor, but I'm going to add some stuff to it later too. Just like I told you, you could, I'll add to mine and it won't all be watercolor. So when you use watercolors, if you want your colors to spread pretty easily, paint your canvas first with water, okay? And that will let your colors spread easily. I just kind of painted the areas that I was gonna use with water first. And then when you go to get your paint, your brush doesn't have to be so wet, okay? And it's gonna let it flow. And it's also going to give you a little bit of control over what your colors are going to look like. So let's say you want to do a sky. So you might want to get a little bit of blue, and you're going to put it on. You can get it as dark or as light as you want it just by continuing to move it. What I liked about this, though, putting that water on first, was the fact that if I wanted to switch colors, let's say I want to make purple, but I don't want to use the purple that's there because it's kind of dark and I want it to be a little bit different shade. I'm going to get just a little bit of red and I'm going to let it kind of wash in with that blue. And look at that beautiful purple that's coming, okay? Then if you wanted to use the purple that's actually in there, actually there's not a purple in this one, okay? There wasn't the one that I used at home, so you can make it darker just by adding more blue and making that a little darker, and then adding a little bit of red to it, and that's going to give you that different shade. See how because I used the darker blue, let it actually stay dark there. Now I'm getting a little more blue. And you can do that with any color that you want, and it's going to spread and be really cool. I love that. Anytime you don't like what you've done, just add some water to it and you can change colors very, very easily. So something else that I wanted to let you know is, I don't know if you've ever done what's called crayon resist, but you can do crayon resist on this too with your watercolors, and that's kind of cool. So let's just say I want to do some grass at the bottom of this. So I'm gonna just take my crayon and do like some grass, just some little twirls, okay, and make some grass. When you put your watercolor over top of that, it should show up pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna do it upside down so you can actually see what's happening. All right, so do you see where I had the crayon? You can see it's kind of letting it show, but not really. If you don't like it, add a little more. Let me see if I can get it to truly show, because you may not be able to see it. There we go. See how it's resisting the water right here? As you add your own grass to that, you're going to see that it leaves it a little bit white here and there, okay? So it makes it look more like grass, okay? So that's kind of cool. All right, well, I hope that has given you a couple of quick and easy tips to play with. Playing with watercolors is lots and lots of fun. Don't forget, there's nothing that is perfect, and watercolors are definitely one of those things that you have to play with a little bit. I love, though, how they bleed together, and blend. You can make about any color you want to just by mixing your colors. So definitely don't mix too many colors at one time, though, or you're just going to end up with brown, okay? So if you have a piece of paper or something, you might want to practice on it first. Don't use something like copy paper. It needs to be a little heavier than that, or your water's just going to make it all lumpy and nasty looking. But yeah, I think I could sit and play with this all day. All right, well, I hope that you will stop in and pick up something for our tiny art show. We would love to see it on display, and I can't wait to see your creativity. So again, stop in by starting January 31st. This is open for kids 6 to 12. So your art's going to be on display February 14th through the 28th.